Sup guys, welcome to a new tutorial. Today, at the request of a viewer, I'm gonna make a kill feed. I'm gonna use the same style of the Battlefield or Call of Duty that I showed the name of the person that killed, the name of the weapon, and then the person that died in one of the top of the corners. And to do that, I'm just gonna start by going to the widgets folder and create a new widget, which I'm just going to call widget blueprint underscore kill feed. You can double click that open. What I'm going to do here is basically I'm going to add a new text, and I'm just going to anchor this to the top right of the corner. So if you want to make it on the left or whatever, that's really your call. And I'm going to add this position. So on the X, I'm just going to do a -500, I guess. And I'm just going to make the name appear here. So I'm just going to change something on the font. I'm going to change this back to, I don't know, 18, I guess. And I'm just going to change the font to light. And I'm just going to add a little bit of a space here. So on the Y, I'm just going to add, I guess, 200. No, that's too much. 100. There you go. And so how it will appear, it's going to be, for example, I don't know, blah blah blah, and then like this, M41 for example, and then blah blah blah. This is how it's basically going to look. I'm just going to, I guess, make this closer. I'm just gonna manually drag it like this, and I think that's gonna be great. So I'm just gonna name this so the kill feed text, and I'm just gonna make this a variable, I believe. I actually don't think we need a variable. Let's just go into the graph and create a new variable. Let's make this the so the kill feed text. Oh, okay, I need to change this back. Okay, so just untag variable over here, uncheck this, and then you can call this kill feed text. And let's make this of the type string. And I'm just going to make this instance editable and expose on spawn, so we can you can make this value what we want when we create the widget. Now I'm just going to do something, because the kill feeds don't stay long. I'm just gonna go over and make this disappear. So I'm just gonna do a delay. After, I guess, 5 seconds, I'm just going to remove from parent. So compile and save. And now I'm gonna have to go into the third person and find where we actually kill someone. So when I do on event any damage, we're gonna basically die. So we just gonna want to do something else. Okay, let me just see what I was doing here. Player start. So this is basically just to respawn the player. After we do this, I guess we can do it here. Before we do this, I am going to call a new function. I'm just going to create it back here. So just find an empty space. Call this client, because remember, widgets need to happen on the client. Just call this client underscore show kill feed. And I'm going to replicate this on client, and I'm going to create an input, which I'm going to show I don't know, killer's name. Make this a string. I'm going to pass, I guess, the dying name, and I'm going to pass also the weapon name, and I guess that can be a string. And I'm just going to call this here. I'm going to go into the empty space I created and call this client underscore show kill feed. Now we have these three inputs to put. So the killer's name, we're gonna get it from the damage causer. So what I'm gonna do from my player state is that I'm just gonna get the unique ID, because remember the name doesn't really work here. So I'm just gonna get the player ID to make the killer name. I'm going to get the player state from the person that dies, and I'm gonna get the player ID, and I'm going to plug that into the dying name. Obviously, if you have like a working game to actually always be set up, you just get the name from the player state. But that's, I think that's pretty clear by now. And the weapon name, because I don't really have any, weapon variable over here that I can use to get a name, I'm just going to give it my own name over here. But this will be, it's like if you would have an equipped weapon, so like in a complete, game, you will have like a equipped weapon. You're just gonna go into the damage causer, cast to the character, and basically get equipped weapon from over here, and then, for example, get name and plug that into the weapon name. That's what you would do. For now, I'm just gonna empty. I'm just gonna put something in here. Just gonna put, I don't know, M9 like pistol, so that's fine. Now I'm gonna double click, and we need to make this. The first thing I'm gonna start by doing is that I'm gonna do an append, and what an append does, it basically puts together a lot of strings. So I'm gonna need to do that. Just gonna create 4. So the first one is going to be the killer's name. Then I'm going to add a space and one of those rectangular things. Forgot the name. Then plug in the weapon name, and then another space, and close the thing. And another pin. It's going to be. I guess we need 2 spaces over here. Actually, let's delete everything over here. Just close the thing and add a space. That's it. And the dying name added last to the E. And now we have our KillFeed text completely done. Now we gotta do is basically we need to show this to everyone. And actually what I'm gonna do, it might be easy to I have an idea. Let's just create the widget over here. The owning player, I'm actually going to drag in and create a new input. You're going to see why in a minute. So just create a new input to the owning player. Make the class a KillFeed. And you can have the KillFeed text. You just plug this return value into here. Go into the return value and do an add to viewport. And that's basically it. But now we're going to have to call this on this function here on every player on the game. So we just don't want it to appear on the person that killed. We want to appear it on everyone's screen. Now we're going to do that. We're going to create a new custom event. So create a new custom event. This time we're going to make the server and basically show KillFeed. So we're going to make the server show the KillFeed to everyone. So we're going to make a run on server. I guess this can be a multicast, but I'm just going to do a non-server to be sure. And basically the server is gonna get all actors of class, and all actors of class is basically the third person. And I'm not really actually sure this is going to work. It's just something that I'm testing. And our actors, we just want to do for each loop, basically want to call client show KillFeed. Oh, and I guess we're gonna have that problem now. Alright. Because remember over here we are passing the variables over here, but we are not. Well, I guess it's fine. We can just yeah, I know what we're gonna do. We're just gonna pass the killer's name, just drag into the event to add a new pin, and do that with everything that is over here. There you go, and the owning player as well. We just gotta do that. Now we're gonna go over here. Instead of calling this on the client show KillFeed, we're gonna call the server show KillFeed. And let's just drag this up over here and just hold Control and left click and drag to just substitute everything. Dying name, there you go, M9. So you can delete this. drag this back down, and the only player that we want is, oh, we actually don't want the owning player over here. Just delete, click on the server show KillFeed and delete the last input. We want the owning player to be get controller, and we want, I think we need to cast to a player controller. Just convert that to a pure cast and drag that in. There you go. So now this is correctly done. I think we are able to test this out. So I'm not sure this is going to work, but we're just going to test it. Gonna go as the player server. I'm just going to go over here and kill this guy. So you can see, ooh, okay, so it's assuming default values. Oh yeah, that's because I'm retarded. We need to go into the KillFeed, and I forgot to assign. So basically, go over here and bind this to the KillFeed text. So just click the text, go into bind and select the KillFeed text variable, and we have an error apparently. Why do I have an error? Internal compiler tried to create the property KillFeed text already exists there. Oh, I know why. So just go over here into the KillFeed text and just, I don't know, put a 1 in there. I think that's going to be fine. Oh, unsupported type. Okay, that's fine. So just go over here, remove the binding. Apparently we cannot assign a string over here for some reason. Just create a new binding function, drag the KillFeed text, and just drag this into the return value, and it's just going to do the same exact thing, and that should work just fine. So let's play this. Go into the server. I'm gonna kill this guy, and you can see, oh, we can see nothing because nothing is being shown for some reason. It's interesting because it showed the default values before. Oh, that's because this is bugged out. So go into your third person character. When you change the inputs or like the name of the variables, you need to go into the create widgets. I don't know if this is a bug, but just find your client show KillFeed, right click on this node and click refresh nodes, and now reconnect the pins again. I think this is a bug. I don't know if I should report it, but yeah, you need to fix that. So now let's go again into play. Let's kill this guy. I got the name of the player, M9, and I killed, but now I need to make sure it shows to everyone. And I don't think it is, which is a problem. Oh, it is. There you go. It's correctly replicating into the client and server. It should disappear in 5 seconds. It disappeared. Now let's try to do this with the client and the client killing someone. Just make sure it replicated correctly. Let's go over here and kill this guy. And it replicates correctly to everyone. You can see the same name goes to everyone. The numbers are correct, so the information is replicating correctly. So yeah, that's it. It's actually not that hard. It's just a little bit difficult when you think about it, about the logic. You actually don't remember that you actually need to tell everyone, like the server needs to tell everyone to do this. When I started learning replication, it kind of got over that, and I tried a lot of hours that I spent trying to do stuff like this, and I never really got it. Telling the server to execute a client function through the getElectors class mostly likely will always work. So always try that when you are trying to do something like this, especially working with widgets that always need to be running on the owning client. So I think that's it. I explained everything. Remember, if you want to add your custom weapon, if you have like a an equipped weapon over here, or a place where you can get, like, for example, if you have an inventory and you have multiple weapons, and you have like an equipped item, that's going to be the weapon. You just get that equipped item, get its name from this third person character. Remember, you need to get the damage causer because it's the weapon of the killer. Get that name and just plug it in here, and it will work just fine. So yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it here. I don't really know what to do next. If you guys want me to do anything, tell me in the comments. But anyway, as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.